My laptop is not happy with me at the moment. Hopefully, it chills out a little bit. Should have done by now, to be fair. Hope everyone's doing good. Leeds are rubbish. 1-2-3 saying Spain are going to win. We'll see on that one, mate. We'll see. We're here for the next hour and a half before the transfer deadline. Probably nip off a couple of minutes before. Once we know the team, that's about all the info we need, really. So, looking forward to it. Spain, France. And I can't lie. I genuinely can't call the game. I think it's a big old 50-50. Spain have got a decent attack, but France have a ridiculous defence. So, attack versus defence, basically. The French midfield and defence, just in my mind, is unbelievable. Unbelievable defence. They've got what? Upamecano, Koundé, Teo Hernandez, Saliba, shielded by Kante, Rabiot, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, and then Maignan in goal. It's a ridiculous defence. Then Spain, up front got Morata, Williams, Lamine Yamal, Dani Olmo. It's pretty crazy. So, yeah, I cannot predict how I see this game going. Ebo, good to see you in the chat, mate. I am going for Declan Rice. You want to stop showing? Look at this. Stop showing your face, bro. Show me your team. The cheek. The cheek. There you go, pal. I understand. I understand why you're here. Don't worry. That's my team at the moment, mate. I think I'm pretty much there, to be honest. I think I'm pretty much there. I'm doing well, thank you, Leeds are rubbish. I have put in a big shift over the last few days, made multiple videos, done an FPL video because that's going to come out this week. And I've had to drive from Bristol to Reading for work today and back. And I still made it back in time for a live stream. So done 4 hours of driving, like a full work day, and come back to do this. So yeah, big ups. I believe in England, man. That's how I'm feeling. I think England have the best odds to win, so I'm going to back them. I agree, Alex. I agree. Leeds are rubbish. Stick around, pal. I'll have plenty of FPL content coming your way. Oh, sorry, Kuka. I missed that. I missed that message, my friend. Put something else in and I'll check it out. Obviously, insanely excited for the game on Wednesday. England versus the Netherlands. Could be a big one. But yeah, here's where we're looking with my team. I just don't see any changes. Maybe getting a Spain defender in could be a play. But then Declan Rice, that's a really solid points total that he's been picking up. So I find it really hard to justify getting rid of him. Basically 6 ball recoveries per game. I could see it being possible, mate. Like, once we get to the final, it's anyone's game, right? So if you get to the final, you can't really predict it. Depay over Gakpo, because he's on pens and free kicks, mate. I know the Gakpo's had the better tournament so far, but I feel like Depay's going to take pens, and he's on free kicks. I think that gives him more avenues to score, considering how cagey that semi-final is going to be against England. I think if the Netherlands do score, it's probably going to come from a set piece or a pen, something like that. That was my thinking. BL decision, mate, is just look at my team. I'm going for Ruiz. I think Ruiz offers you similar sort of ball recovery, well, probably a bit less, but he does get ball recoveries and good attacking stats. So I'd back Ruiz. Rodri's playing a different role to what we're used to him playing at City. So I don't think he's quite the same attacking asset that he is in that Man City midfield. Who have people got winning the game tonight, by the way? I got some stats to take you through, but you would have seen them if you've seen my videos already. But yeah, who have you guys got to win today? If I was a betting man, and I think in my Euros predictions video, I said it'd been England, France, semi maybe, and France would win the tournament. That was my bet before everything kicked off. And to be honest, with France getting to the semi-final, I'll kind of take that. I've seen a few people asking me questions about my opinions on players versus players when I've got one of those players in my team and don't have the other. So BL in Grigol, my team is the answer to that question. In terms of Depay, I just prefer him to Gakpo because he's on pens and free kicks and he's less popular. So that's why I've got him. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm right. No one can predict what's going to happen, but that's my justification for doing it. Alex is hoping France win because they'd be easier for England to beat. Yeah, I agree. I think we'd match up better against France than we would Spain. I also think we're the best penalty-taking team in the tournament as well. So if any game went to penos, I would back England to beat I'd back England to beat any nation left in the tournament, to be honest. God, I'd love it if we won the Euros. It'd be so good, wouldn't it? Keep coming with your questions on Twitter. I put out a tweet. You can follow me on Twitter at GoldenGoalFF, which should be there. I put out a tweet saying, send me your team and I'll have a chat through it. So if you've got your team on my Twitter, let me know and I will flash it up. Yeah, Grigol, I wouldn't hedge my bet on both of them. I would pick one, I think, as having two Dutch strikers. If you just look at the odds, Netherlands have the joint lowest expected goals this tournament, right? England have got the joint highest clean sheet percentage. According to Elevenify, England dominate the clean sheet. Well, not dominate, but they're way in front of clean sheet and goals, and Netherlands are bottom. So it would suggest to me that Netherlands, of all teams, are the less likely to score. So picking both forwards from the Netherlands when they're less likely to score than other teams just seems a bit counterproductive. Declan Rice ball recoveries, 9 against Serbia, 6 against Denmark, 6 against Slovenia, 8 against Slovakia, 6 against Switzerland. So he is a bonus points magnet. The only question I have is, do I pick Saka as well and have 6 England players? That's the final question for me. I'm pretty sure Saka has only scored 1 goal this tournament, hasn't he? He's not really like... Yes, he's probably been England's best attacker alongside Bellingham, but he has only scored a goal, hasn't he? Yeah, 1 goal, 1 assist. He's not like been lighting the world up. It's just 1 game against Switzerland. Yeah, I think Rice is the best, other than Bellingham, the best England mid. I'm happy to stick with him. And when you look at that, Declan Rice got 7. Wow, what's he on total? 26 points. Saka's on 25. Yeah, I just like the steady Eddie. I like the steady Eddie nature of Rice. How do I go back? There we go. That's my team. Go that as well. We'll look at the dates, don't we? That's the important thing. We all know he's playing each other. There's only 2 games. I can't believe the Euros is on the semi-finals though already. How quickly has that gone by? It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely mental. Yeah, Alex, I would probably avoid. Just because... I will do, Nick. 2 secs. Just because... what was I going to say? It just not have certainty that he's going to play. Whereas I think Stones and Gahey will. Haven't seen a leak of the England team yet. I would have picked him if he was in the leak, but I think Stones is a safer option. Let's have a look at my tweet, shall we? You sent me it via DM. You got to reply to the tweet, bro. Oh, you have. Sorry, Nicholas. Let's have a look at that team. Yeah, it's a good team, mate. I can't really fault it. All I'm going to do, basically, when I like critique or give tips on this team is pick the same team as me, right? You can see the players I've got there. I think this team is absolutely fine, bud. I think this team is absolutely fine. Is it worth using a fit? Well, how many transfers do we have? So you take a -4. Nah, I wouldn't bother, mate. Just leave your team as it is. Don't take hits when you're already ahead. You take hits when you're behind, mate. Let's go back. wouldn't take hits now. Hopefully that helped you, Nick. Oh no, apparently my system has run out of memory. I'm going to force quit the calendar. Hang on, lads. My laptop's throwing a wobbly. Hopefully we're still live. Bear with. Hopefully we are still live. 2 seconds. I'm just bringing up Google Chrome again. My stream had a big crash then. It still says we're live. 2 secs, folks. Sorry about this. Even my camera's reset itself. Look, I look all dodgy now. Hopefully we're back up. Just got to adjust my camera. We back, baby. All right, 2 seconds. Captain options today. Well, you know what? I would pose that question to the chat. I'm on Mbappe. I think he's the... Oh. Been booted off the game now as well. 2 secs, folks. 2 secs. Been a bit cruel to me today. There we go. I'm on Mbappe, mate. I don't know about... Yeah, I'd go Cucurella over Shaw, just because we're not sure if Shaw will start. But good to see you, mate. Good to see you. I think I'll probably captain Harry Kane. Or, yeah, probably captain Harry Kane. Someone going for Koundé? Don't mind that. Don't mind that. I just think that the options for captaincy today are just wide open. Like, you could pick any of the players in my team, genuinely. Hope you're enjoying your holiday, Bert. How's your Euros fantasy team going? Are you even playing anymore, or are you just in complete holiday mode? I'm off to Rome on the 13th of August for a few days. I'm excited for that. It does happen to be the final week before the FPL game starts, and I'm going to miss the first FPL deadline stream as a result. But hey-ho. I need a holiday. I've been working hard this year on my fantasy football. Even when I've been on holiday, I've taken my laptop with me. So, yeah. Mbappe or Olmo, yeah, mate. Like, you could... Any of the players I have in my team that are playing today could be my captain. Like, genuinely, I think it's viable. So, yeah. That works, mate. That works. Sorry to hear that. Excuse me. I'm still a little bit ill. I'm better than I was, but I'm still a little bit ill. I'm sorry to hear your Euros team is screwed, but sorry about that, man, my friend. I bought a new bottle yesterday as well. How exciting this is. It's a metal one with a bamboo top. Screw top. Little handle. Very good. Very eco. Yes, I do think there's a chance for goalless game today. Hence why I said I think the captaincy is so wide open that you could have anyone. Is what it is, mate, but win some, you lose some. With a game this short, yeah. England tend to score late, so maybe Ake is a better choice because he gets taken off at the 65th minute. You know what? That is not the worst idea in the world, but Does he really get subbed off every time? Because I do like it, mate. I do like the thinking there. I won't lie. We play 73. He does get subbed early, doesn't he? Alex, that's some good logic there, my friend. Quite simply, I think England beat the Netherlands. The betting odds suggest that England are going to beat the Netherlands. All the prediction odds, etc., say that England are going to beat the Netherlands. So that's why I'm backing England. And I don't think I'm doing that as a biased England fan. I'm doing that because I'm looking at the data, the stats, and it suggests that England are going to win. So that's fair enough, Nixie. The thing is, Grigor, I'd love to make a captain poll, but I can only do 4 options, and I reckon there's genuinely like 15, 16 players you could captain today. Like genuinely, you could captain anyone from the French defence, anyone from the Spanish midfield, any of their forwards. I think Mbappe will be the most popular captain, if you were to ask me that. But genuinely, you could pick anyone today. I think Gahey will start, mate. I could go completely risk-free, though, in fairness, and pick Walker. I do think Gahey plays, though. He's just suspended. He's back now. He should play, right? I could go completely risk-averse, though, and pick Walker, to be fair. I could do that. I could do that. Yeah, it's not a bad shout. Nixie, we'll do that. We'll do that for a poll. Sorry for my loud bottle. Let's do that. Just make the poll now. And to be fair, no one's going to be captaining. Could be captaining, what do we call it? Morata, so we'll cover that. So there should be a poll at the top of your screen now for a captaincy. So feel free to get your vote in there. 328 views, bloody hell. It's been flying up. Thanks everyone for watching. Please leave a like rating on the stream to get us going in the algorithm. That'd be great. Kante or Bellingham? I'd go Bellingham, mate. The thing I like about Bellingham is he's the most expensive player in the position. He's got a good chance of scoring goals, semi-decent for ball recoveries. But if he gets knocked out of the tournament, you can get rid of him, replace him for someone that will definitely be cheaper, and it will allow you to upgrade elsewhere. And he's most likely to go through with any team in the tournament, according to the odds. So I think Jesus Navas will start in place of Carvajal. Dan, I think it's going to be Navas. Yeah, Dani Olmo's decent, mate. I think he's probably the most dangerous Spanish player, isn't he, really? He's been absolute shithole this tournament. Yeah, I'd probably say Dani Olmo is the best Spain option, in my opinion. Yeah, that's fair, Dan. Oh, well, you can see there I've got Mbappe at the moment. Gakpo or Depay, well, like in most cases, people asking questions about who I prefer. You can see by the player I've got in my team, mate. I prefer Depay because he's lower owned and he takes penalties. And I don't think there's going to be many open play chances in the England-Netherlands game. So I would pick the pen taker. We've got a Spain lineup, have we? 2 seconds. I'm just going to change my screen. We'll go for the odds. We'll put the odds up. I'm just going to flash up the Spain lineup. I don't want to show Twitter on my screen share just in case something comes up that gets me banned. Because you all know what Twitter's like at the moment. Someone could die on my feed and then, like, yeah, you know what it's like. Where's the Spain team then? Evening, Ben. Hope you're doing well, mate. Absolutely cooking those roid heads on Instagram, I see. I can't see the Spain team. I'm just going to search for it a sec. I think Mbappe will score because he's the best player in the world. And he's against Jesus Navas. 1-on-1 versus Jesus Navas. There's the Spain team. Thank you very much, Ben. Not doing too badly, thanks. I've been a little bit ill last week, getting back from Glastonbury and training hard, etc. So I'm still a little bit ill. Welcome to the stream, Laura as well. 2 members in the chat. Oh, we need to give Laura a... How do I do that? There you go. There's the Spain team. It is weaker defensively, I should say. Weaker. The one matchup, Jesus Navas versus Mbappe, is a bit of a mismatch, I would say. As France put their team out. Let's have a look, see if we can find the France team. Rodri for Ballon d'Or. Yeah, it's not bad. There's the France team. Okay. It's just outrageous, isn't it? That is an outrageous starting 11. "38-year-old Jesus Navas clears Mbappe." We'll see. He's not been playing at his best, Mbappe, I'll admit, but come on, it's a Euro semi-final. I don't know why Mbappe is captain of France, but there you go. I don't get why they're not starting Giroud up front. I think Giroud offers so much to that French team when he's in it. Kolo Muani's been terrible. I don't know how he's gotten himself a start. Mbappe is more than due a performance. They're just... The thing is with that France team, man, they are so good defensively. Like those first 7 players are literally amongst, if not the best in the world in their position. Maignan, very, very good goalkeeper. Koundé, Saliba, Upamecano, Hernandez, all fantastic. Tchouaméni and Kante in front of them. And then Rabiot doing a bit of defending, doing a bit of attacking. Dembele, Kolo Muani, Mbappe. The only one I don't like there is it's an outrageous team defensively. Obviously Spain. He did Lalix, but his finishing was terrible. Then Spain's the opposite. Their attack is fantastic. Defence I'd ask questions about. I like it, Laura. I like it. Koundé captain. I like it. What's the poll saying? 46% are currently on a Spain mid or a forward, apparently. Interesting. There's how I'm lining up. I've got to say, I think I'm done here, to be honest. Go back to the date. I think I'm done. I think that's my team. I don't think there's going to be any changes here. I think it's one player different from the video I made. I've just gone for Stones instead of Shaw because I've not seen an England leak suggesting that Shaw is starting. Yeah. Fantasy team, if there was a defence that I'd hedge my bets on, it's France. England probably have the highest clean sheet odds, like statistically, but I just think France on paper are much better. Olmo has been amazing this tournament, Ben, so that's why I've gone for him. And so has Declan Rice, has ticked along very steadily with good points. Could go for Saka, but he's only scored a goal. Like one goal. It's not... Yes, he was good in that game, but you know what I mean? He's up against Ake instead of, well, whoever he was against for Switzerland. If you could only have one of Ruiz and Olmo, I'd probably go Olmo. I'd probably go for Olmo. Ruiz is my guy, but I would probably go for Olmo. Interesting. It's 27% selected already. That's crazy. It's mad then. Depay's ownership is only 6%. Keep the questions coming in. Those are your two lineups. France team, Spain team. France team, Spain team. Olmo, Ruiz, or Williams? I would probably pick Olmo out of the three. Just considering the tournament he's had, with the short time he's played so far, he's looked the best. I'd probably give it Olmo. England lineup predictions. I think it'll be the same team as last time. Maybe Shaw comes in for Trippier, and Gahey will come in for Konsa. But other than that, it'll be the same team, which I don't have an issue with. To be honest, it's decent enough now. Just what I would have an issue with if he starts Trippier over Shaw, knowing that Shaw's now fit, he's got to start. Kante, he's decent for ball recoveries, you know. Have a look. Which players may be substituted in 90? We'll have a look at that. We'll discuss. He's all right. A ticker. So just look at those lineups. Go back to the search that I just did. You can see. I don't know if you saw my search history. I'll just provide the full context to why I searched that on Twitter. Excuse me. Bristol City, the club that I have a season ticket at because I live in Bristol, they signed a Japanese player. And I wanted to find the Richard Hammond meme from Top Gear where he says, "I have an erection." So I searched for that on Twitter this morning. So if you wonder why that's in my search, that's why it's in my search. Before I incriminate myself. Yeah, check my Twitter. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for that meme. What do you think of your mouth? As good as any, mate. As good as any. I think Gahey has to start, yeah. Constance did nothing wrong, but I think you got to stick with your first choice, haven't you? Which should be Gahey. I think that's a question I'd happily pose to the chat, Gregor, as well. I mean, who do we think gets substituted within 90 minutes out of these teams? I think we could see Rabiot getting subbed, Koli Muani getting subbed, Dembele getting subbed. I think Kante, Tchouameni will play it all. The full defence will play everything. Spain, I think the back five, Rodri, play all the minutes. I think that it's very hard to predict who gets subbed out of this Spain team, really. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Olmo Ruiz, yeah, maybe. Oh. Tengo que cambiar 4 players, crees que es necesario usar la wildcard. We'll help you out, bro. My Spanish is not top game, but I reckon that's... We'll translate it for you, bro. I've got more memes on there. I can't show my Google search history. That's terrible. I was Googling the erection meme as well. How embarrassing is that? Translate. I have to change 4 players. Do you think it's necessary to use... No, I don't. No, I don't, mate. You got 4 transfers, haven't you? Let's just refer to my set of rules. Yeah, you don't need to use your wildcard. But I probably would, because you can do so. If you watch my wildcard draft video, my friend, it tells you everything you need to know about playing the wildcard. And I think I would, because you can still build a team with a wildcard that will get you through the finals just fine. So yeah, even though I had 4, I'd probably use my wildcard now and pick the team that you think is absolutely perfect. No leak on English team, unless anyone else has seen it. I'm just going to go back to Twitter without showing it on my screen, so I get incriminated again. Can you say which player who will score them? Mate, just look at my team. I've used my wildcard this week. This is my wildcard team. So these are the players I think will score the most points, mate. Yeah, I don't mind Kante. He's not quite as exciting as Rice for me. He just doesn't have anything from an attacking perspective, but he's all right. I agree, Caleb. I don't trust it without a leak. I think I'm like 75% that Shaw starts, but that's not enough. No worries, my friend. Hello, Lee. You've missed some absolute very embarrassing shit going on my my searches. I did Google FPL. I don't think I Googled FPL erection, to be fair, but yeah. Well, I think Teo Hernandez is more attacking than Saliba. And I think Maignan, I just prefer the France clean sheet to the Spain one, personally. I'd go Olmo for captain. Should I transfer out Musiala and Gundo for Olmo, Rodri, and leave Carvajal? It just, the answer to that question, Dimitar, depends on, do you think Spain will score or France will keep a clean sheet? If you think France keep a clean sheet, go for the second option. If you think Spain will score, go for the first one. Go for it, Nixie. Who would you take Kane out for? Yamal or Yamal? I wouldn't take him out for Yamal. Already have Gakpo. I'd keep Kane. Bit of a risk, but going Tony that's big. I mean, between Yamal and Yamal, who would you guys pick? I'd pick Yamal personally. I'd probably pick Morata over Yamal if I was a choosing man. Yes, you should use the wild card. That's all right, bro. I'd honestly pick Morata over the two of them. That's my opinion. 102 people watching. Incredible. Thank you very much. Please leave a like rating on the stream if you're enjoying yourself. Just gonna check Twitter a sec. Kane is a donkey. He's not had the best tournament, but I mean, he's done all right. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate the comment on the stream. I'm doing my best. Had a full day of work in 4 hours of driving today, so I'm running on empty, but let's go. I'm energized by you all in the chat, so thank you for that. I think Olmo would be fine. His minutes were only inconsistent because Pedri was in the team, and now Pedri's injured. I think his minutes are guaranteed. He could even play 120 minutes. Like, he could quite easily do that. Well, Caleb, you can see by my team, I have the answer for that for you. Ake or Dumfries? I'd go Ake, mate. The thing I like about Ake, which someone mentioned in the chat earlier, he has a chance of being subbed at like 70 minutes when England may not have scored by then, which I quite like. The cold is getting better, mate. It's getting better. It's a long burner, but it's getting better. Yeah, we've seen the lineups, bro. All good. You can see my embarrassing Twitter search history now as well. My league, what I'll have to do, there's the lineups. There you go. There's the lineup. We'll leave that there. Those are the lineups. What I'm just going to do, because I've got a members only league, what I'm just going to do is flash up a different screen so I can share the Golden Goal mini league. I'll show you my world ranking as well. It's not the best. That's a long old link, isn't it? That is, I promise you, that is a safe link to my mini league. Before I get any questions. Uh, 107,000th overall. I think they can, but not via yellow cards. I think they have to get sent off in the semis to be suspended for the final. I'm not giving anything away there. So yeah, they can get suspended, I believe, if they get a red card, but that's it. When are FPL player prices? I've no idea, mate. I've no idea. I'm not in the know. I do have some exciting news to announce on the FPL front, but it's not official yet, so I can't say anything. But it is some good news for the channel and Golden Goal and the content going forwards. So I'm very excited about it. But I think it will probably come sometime this week. Which is why I've already made a video, if you want to check it out. Yeah, there's a bench, mate. You don't need the bench, obviously. I cannot tell you because it's not official yet, mate. I'll tell you when it's official, bro. Thanks, Dan. It's a thing that will improve things for everyone. It'll make the content better, help me out a little bit as well. It's all good news. Hopefully I can help you guys out with it as well. So it's a mutually beneficial thing. I do have a meme for that. Show us your ranking in the mini league. Sure. I think I just had it on screen, didn't I? So my little Golden Goal members league, which I can't click on because it will show you the code. I'm second out of 4. I think Ben Alden is currently top. The Golden Goal League, I'm 166th out of 721 members. So, yeah. It is what it is, isn't it? I'm only, 44 points off top, so it's not like a massive gap. Glastonbury was really good, mate. Thank you very much. I had a lovely time. I'll show you. On one of the days, I dressed up as, my group, we all drew names out of a hat. We had to buy whoever's name we picked out of the hat a wig and a skirt to wear during the festival. And the person that drew me bought me I don't know if you can see that. But there's me in a Marge Simpson wig and a yellow skirt. So that's what I had. I'd probably go Koundé, Eamon. I'd probably go Koundé. Up to the 43rd, mate. That's pretty strong. God. I'm not going to comment on that one, Ben. But there was an accidental one, shall we say. It wasn't done on purpose, but my mate ended up looking very much like him. And it was quite funny. I won't incriminate him on YouTube, though. Or name him. Yeah, so it was wicked. I'm lucky enough that I live close by, so we can get tickets, which is good. We've got one more year next year, and then there's a year off. But yeah, grateful to go every year. It's a cracking time. Best player in the world, mate. That's why. Best player in the world. I backed him every time, I think, for captaincy. It's not paid off so far, to be fair. I think so, Raul Duke. I think so. I don't really see any need to change it, to be honest. I think that's me. I need to do my fan teams, though, don't I? Nearly forgot about that. We're going to have to do those a second. I'll do them on my phone while we crack through some more comments here. I don't think Mbappe is a good call. Should I captain? Mate, captain whoever you want. I genuinely think there are like 5 or 6 players from both nations in tonight's semi-final you could captain. So there's like 10 to 12 players that are captaincy options this week. The poll should help you though if you're keen to work out who to captain. The poll should help. Not even worth you playing. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ben. I'm going to do my fan teams on screen. I can't be bothered with this. It's taking too long on my phone. Saka or Rice? Well, you can see by my teammate, I went for Rice, so that would be my answer. That would be my answer. After wildcard, they do stay in your team, mate. Your team, the wildcard is your team for the future. So yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, AJ, thank you very much for the super chat, mate. That's very kind. Mbappe, Kane, Gakpo, Rodri, Almo, Kante, Rice, Saka, Koundé, De Vrij, Laporte, Hernandez, Guehi, Simon, and Pickford. Captain is Koundé. Well, mate, first of all, very kind of you. Thank you very much for your super chat. That's an absolutely lovely thing to do. I really like your team. I would probably say if you can get someone other than Kante, I would. I would consider getting maybe Ruiz or Williams in there instead of Kante. I don't know what the chat thinks, but other than that, mate, the team is bang on. Like, I'm not a massive fan of Kante, but if you like him, go for him. But yeah, I think that's a strong team, my friend. Just going to do my fan teams while we're here. Yeah, mate, don't worry about having money in the bank. It's just is what it is. Pick the best team. Just going to sort out my fan teams a second. So I think what I'm going to do is get rid of... He scored for me, but I think I'm going to get rid of De Vrij. No, AJ, thank you, my friend. Good luck to you as well, mate. Good luck to you. That team's all right, isn't it? There was something that I wanted to look at here. There was something I wanted to look at here. So I'm going to build my fan team based off of... There we go. Clean sheet odds, goal scoring. Mbappe, so Morata was 25% to score. So we're going to go for him, I think. If I can get him. Oh, he's 9 million. No, can't get him. Stick with Gakpo. Bellingham, Griezmann. He'd be a nice differential, wouldn't he? But no, we're going to go 5 at the back. We're going to go 5 at the back. So I'm going to get rid of him for... Just going to go for a 4.5. Why can't... Active teams, all teams. I just want a cheap 4.5 million midfielder because I don't need a bench. And I'm going to swap him for Cucurella. And then Posh is going to become... We go Teo Hernandez. Why not? And then... Oh, we'll do that. We'll keep De Vrij in, but we'll bench him. We'll do that. Ooh, feels wrong. So triple France, 1 Spain defender, 1 England defender. I think I actually want an England defender in there. I want an England defender in there. Boom. I think we're there. I think that'll do me. Triple France, double England. Captain, we'll go Mbappe. We'll go Mbappe. Vice captain. Oh. Right, there's one of 3 teams done. I've got to do the rest of them now. Remember what I did. Right then. Teo in. England. Gahey in. You out. Hernandez in. Gahey in. De Vrij on my bench. If France concede now, I'm going to cry. Mbappe. We'll go Kane. We'll go Kane. Cool. And now we need to do the Bet365 team. It's just 2 seconds and I'll hop onto that. I need to log in though, and I'm not having my Bet365 account getting shared on YouTube. I'm happy with my search history, but my Bet365 password, not so much. Keep coming in with your questions, by the way. I can definitely juggle. I won't be long doing this. And we're back to the Euros game. Ooh. There we go. We're in. We're in. Thank you very much for that super chat, my friend. That is very, very kind of you. Right. Change team. We're going to do exactly the same. We're just going to have 3 identical teams because it's worked for me so far. Get rid of you. We've got Walker in this one. Get rid of you. Nope. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. I'm going to go Gahey. We're going to go. My rank in Bet365 is 1300th at the moment, so I'm out of the money. But fan team, I'll show you in a sec. Let me deal with this, and then I'll show you. Well, we need to pick De Vrij again, don't we? It's not going to be using a transfer. I need to pick him. And then he goes there. Mbappe, Kane. Where's update team? Where's update team? Yeah. Triple France, double England defence. Not bad, eh? Not bad. Then Ruiz and Williams in there for whatever reason. So my ranks, I'm 31st overall in the Beat the Pundits League, apparently. Let's have a look at my entries. So here's how I'm doing in fan team. Don't look at the F1, because I've stopped playing that. But I'm 31st out of 1,500 and Beat the Pundits, and 1,000th out of 21,000 in the game. So that's not too bad. There we go, back to the Euros game. Feel free to continue with questions and stuff. I'll be streaming right up until the deadline. So if you've got any more questions about your team, we know what the lineups are, so ultimately there shouldn't be many big decisions left to be made. But I'm here for any questions that you guys have. 1,300 views on this stream. Incredible. Thank you all very much for that. I really appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. I'm on Mbappe today, and then I'll probably reluctantly go for Kane tomorrow if he's in the lineup. I think you have to. He's the talisman. Reluctantly, I'll probably go Kane. Oh, my gut's telling me that I want to pick Pickford instead of Verbruggen because I really back England to get through. And then I got 2 options for goalkeeper. And I think Pickford could be a really good captain tomorrow. Do I want to do that? Do I want to pick Pickford? What do you get for a Clino? He's not actually been that good for saves. He was against Denmark, made 6. Nah, we'll leave it. 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 I will leave it. Ooh, Jude Bellingham or Rodri? I would go Jude Bellingham. I think he's more likely to get through. But if your gut is absolutely screaming that you want to pick Rodri, don't listen to some bloke on YouTube. Play it how you want to. That would be my advice for you, my friend. Fair enough, AJ. Fair enough. To be fair, yeah, I wouldn't really pick another France midfielder. I think Mbappe's not Mbappe. Kante's the one to go for, isn't he? Because they're all crap other than him. They're all crap. What's Chouameni get in the last game? He's similar for ball recoveries, isn't he? Don't worry about not having Twitter. I just thought I'd share this useful stat because I used it to help build my team just then. Apart from the Spain clean sheet, I just back the France clean sheet more, to be honest. Just my opinion. Just gonna check Twitter a sec. I went for Rice instead of Rodri just because I think he'll go through, and I'm not sure Rodri does. And I've already got 3 Spain midfielders, so having a 4th Spain midfielder when I've got 3 French defenders just, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. Tell you what though, if you want to go different, Kolo Muani and Dembele could be options. I just don't trust them personally. Yeah, fair enough, AJ. Fair enough. I do think Rice has more chance of getting attacking returns, but then probably Kante carries a bit more of a man of the match threat. I just changed Shaw to Stones because I'm not 100% sure Shaw starts. That's hard to say. We haven't had an England lineup leak to my knowledge yet, so I'm not 100% sure that Shaw starts. So for that reason, I went for Stones. Mbappe, Kane, Gakpo, Williams, Bellingham, Saka, Olmo, Siemens, Cucurella. Great team. Yeah, great team. It's different to mine, but I can't diss that. Depay, Gakpo, pick the one I've got in my team, mate. I went for Depay. Depay, Mbappe, Kane, Ruiz, Saka, Bellingham, Siemens, Williams, Koundé, Upamecano, Saliba, Van Dijk. Yeah, lovely team. Lovely team. I don't think you need to do anything with that. Don't use your transfers for the sake of it. If you're happy with your team, player for player, don't change it. He did damn, but his finishing was terrible. His finishing was terrible. And he did look a threat against a tired team. He'll look quite that good against a fresh team. Not sure. I mean, I've gone Mbappe, but I've seen Laura Member has gone Koundé. I think it's close. Genuinely, mate, I think there are 10 players you could captain today and all have good justification for doing so. Genuinely. Sounds mad to say that, doesn't it? But I do genuinely believe that. I can't believe he's not starting Barcola, though, for France. I thought he was really good when he came on. Or Giroud. Why is he not playing Giroud up front? Giroud's their best striker, in my opinion. Well, I've got all three, James, as you can see, and you can also see who my captain is. I agree, AJ. I think what France are missing is Pogba. Someone who can find Mbappe from any other position on the pitch. Just play a long ball, get him in behind. They don't really have a player that can play those kinds of passes. I think they're really missing that. Sure, Many surely has the ability, doesn't he? Well, I rate the dedication, mate. You're playing a fantasy game from a continent that you don't live in at 2:20 a.m. So I appreciate that, mate. I hope you're not too tired to go to work, though, tomorrow morning. Or whenever you do work. But yeah, one of my best mates went to Malaysia for a few weeks and said it was one of the best holidays he's ever had. So there you go. Best player in the world, James. I know he's not had the best tournament, but he is. He's got a hat-trick in the World Cup final just gone. And he is the best player in the world. So that's the justification, mate. I think he's the outstanding player out of the 22 that are on the pitch, isn't he? Might not necessarily be this tournament, but it's just my opinion, though. And I don't think the Spanish defence is that strong, especially with Jesus Navas at right back, who will be going one-on-one with him. But yeah, that's my thought process. Yeah, nothing more on that. I'm just going to turn off my screen share, go back to the semi-final projections. I'm just going to check my Twitter. See if there's anything worth sharing on it. No news to say. It depends who you're getting rid of, Juan. It depends who you're getting rid of. Who are you going to get rid of in order to take the -4 there? Because I probably wouldn't. Unless it's a player that's definitely not going to play, I probably wouldn't. I take hits at your peril, mate. See, my voice is... Oh, Mittelstadt. Yeah, go on. I reckon if you do it, you captain him as well. If you want to be super differential. It's Koundé. Koundé must be a bit of a king for ball recoveries, right? Yeah, he is. What about Hernandez? Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. France have only conceded 1 goal this tournament, and it was a penalty. So, no games. 5 games, 1 goal conceded, 0 from open play. It's undeniable, isn't it, that they're good. Good defence. They're a good defence. Keep your questions coming, but that is my team, I think. We're pretty much there. We're pretty much there now. Yeah. I'll tell you what, bit of audience participation. Have you got a score prediction for tonight? Pedri to Rice for a -4. I think it is, you know. Looking at Rice's history, he will get you 4 points. Most likely, this game. So yeah, why not? At worst, it's going to be a net 0. Sort of. You just got to factor in the bench sort of factor, I guess. But I would say it's probably worth it. 0-0. Great. I probably agree with you, to be fair. Carvajal for Laporte. I don't like Spain defence. We looked at FPL Salah's stats and they had Spain top to keep a clean sheet. But in my mind, they're probably the third most likely to keep a clean sheet tonight. This week, I think. Order would be France, England, Spain, Netherlands. In my head. It's not obviously backed up by stats. That's just what I think will happen. Everyone's saying a 0-0. I think France win the pens, though, if they get them. I do think France win the pens. They've got I just feel like they've got the seasoned, more experienced international tournament players. Been there, done it, mate. Been there, done it out of that team. Griezmann's on the bench, so he's going to take a pen. Yeah, I back France on the pens. And now, unfortunately, former girlfriend of mine and I put a bet on before the Euros. She asked me who I thought would be the most likely team to win it. And I said France. Well, I don't get any money now, I guess. But yeah, it'd be nice if France got to the final with England, at least, because then that would mean my bet is justified or England win, right? Thank you very much, Juan. Yeah, honestly, mate, I completely see the thing with the similar lineups. It's just not much difference to go for, is there? I think that's the same with every Euros, mate. I think that's the same as every Euros. They're all a bit cagey. Greece won a Euros 20 years ago. No comment, Dan. No comment. Is what it is, mate. Is what it is, as is life. I am very grateful to have outlets like this to help me out when times are a bit tough. It's been great doing this YouTube channel. It gives me a real sense of purpose and stuff to do. So I'm very grateful for it and everyone watching this. I wish I could put own goal into my team too. Maybe that's one of the FPL changes, Alex, this year. You could pick own goal in your team. See if they score any points during a week. There's probably an own goal per week in the Premier League, isn't there, though? How much would own goal be? Be 13 million, wouldn't he? I remember Greece winning. It doesn't seem... Yeah, mate. It's crazy, isn't it? I'd imagine you're older than me, Lee, but I'm 27 and I'm feeling old now. I remember the 2004 Euros was a little bit before I started watching football. But I remember very clearly the 2006 World Cup. 18 years ago, that was. You just couldn't fathom where you'd be in life that far ago, could you? Henry, this is my World Cup, mate. It is. Looking good for the 55, mate. Looking good for 55. Did you have Greece in the sweepstake by any chance? That was Rooney's year, breakout year, wasn't it? When he made Zidane look like a mug. Rooney was so bad. Different gravy, wasn't he? Got to be France, Ben. I back France. I back France to win the tournament from the start. I've been a little bit disappointed with their attack, but defensively they've been just so utterly outrageously good. that I'm going to back France. I would probably use it for the semis because you can build yourself a team if you watch my wildcard video, which you've still got half an hour to do, you can build a team that will automatically give you 11 players for the final. But you can pick preferred players because you can just do whatever you want on your wildcard, can't you? So I would use your wildcard this week. I would. Because you can build a wildcard team and still have 11 players for the final quite comfortably. So I would do my wildcard this week. And this week there are more opportunities to go different. Next week, you'll know the 2 starting 11s before, for the final at least, you'll know the 2 starting 11s before the game begins. So there's 22 players to pick from. That's a tiny pool of players to pick from in a fantasy game. I do, Dan. I do think they'll beat them. Yep, no Spanish defenders for me. Probably should have done, but none for me. I'm not unsure because I have not seen a leak to suggest that he starts, which makes me not sure. So I've gone for John Stones, who I think will definitely play. But C-Max Spud, if you want to take the risk on Shaw because you think he's going to start, go for it. I think it's probably 70% that he does. But I don't want to risk it. Because Stones is perfectly decent. And I think it'll be propped up by ball recoveries too. No dramas, mate. Hopefully you can see my logic there. I mean, if Shaw starts, he starts, right? We've done got a little unlucky, but I just don't want to hedge my bets on a player I'm not 100% sure plays. And, I think he probably does play, but I haven't seen a leak yet. I'm just going to go back to Twitter just to see. I think it'll go to extra time. And someone wins it in extra time. Can't call it. I really can't call it, mate. England. I do think England are the stronger team. And I would also back England if it went to pens as well. I think England have the better penalty takers. Despite them having Van Dijk and Depay, these England pens against Switzerland was so good. You'd back any of those guys to do it again, wouldn't you, as well? Keep coming with the questions. I've got to be honest with you. The deadline is close. We all know what the teams are. I'm running out of things to say, but keep the questions coming in if you've got any. Yeah, mate, you can't really knock Southgate, can you? You can't really knock him all that much. He's done it. He's gotten to the semi-final. I think he backed them on pens as well. He knew that going all the way to pens wasn't a bad thing because he backed his players to score them. I just went for the pen taker, mate, really. I like having penalty takers, so I've got 3 penalty takers. But if you want Yamal in your team, go for it. I personally heavily believe that France will keep a clean sheet. But obviously that's an opinion that not everyone has to share. So that's why I've not got Yamal, my friend. Be interested to see where everyone in the chat's coming from as well. Because I saw guys from Malaysia playing this game. So yeah, let me know where you're watching from. I'm in Bristol in the UK. That's where I am. So Scott, I'm not 100% sure on it. But for me, I will because he's on pens and he's lower owned. So I just thought I'd go for it. But I completely respect if you want to go for Gakpo. He's got the record this tournament, right? I just don't see Netherlands scoring from open play, really. So for that reason, I'd pick their pen or free kick taker. One free transfer. Should I do Xavi Simons to Rice/Saka/Rodri, Jude Kante, Elmo Williams, or De Vrij to Koundé? I do De Vrij to Koundé. They won't score, but they could get ball recoveries. And it's impossible. I know I'm back in France to keep a clean sheet, but it's impossible to not pick an attacker that plays against one of your defenders. It just has to be done. So, and I've got 3 England players to cover, right? So it should be all right. Yeah. I see your logic, Lee. There's no way of covering it all. That's pretty cool, Kieran. I'm pretty sure that's how that name's pronounced. Yeah, but he's... I just don't know. Yeah, go for De Vrij if you want, mate. I just prefer Van Dijk. I think he's got the most chance of scoring out of all the Dutch players. But if you want to go for De Vrij, go for it. I'm on 306 points. Whereabouts in the Netherlands you live in? That's quite cool. I had my flatmate's brother, I think, did a year living in... Where did he live? Rotterdam? What I say, Rotterdam, maybe? Absolutely loved Amsterdam when I went. I really like the Netherlands, to be fair. I found the people there very friendly as well. They got chatting to me and my mate who I went there with just about anything and everything. It was great. And you could go to the cafes and smoke weed and it's legal. So that was pretty cool. Very cool. That is cool. You in like, was that the European courts that are there? Or I don't know what they call it. Human rights courts or something. That's pretty cool. I like Pickford, mate. I just didn't want to add another English defender in. But if you want Pickford, go for it, mate. God, that's tough, SJR ball. That is tough. I would go... Oh, give it Fabian Ruiz. Give it Fabian Ruiz. There you go. That's pretty cool, mate. That is pretty cool. How long have you been out there? That's pretty mega, to be fair. I think so, mate. If Mbappe blanks, I'll go Kane. I'll take a goal, to be honest, mate. Well, that's really cool. You've lived a well-travelled life. It's pretty cool you lived in different countries. I did a 9-month spell working in Belfast, if that counts. It's not quite emigrating, though. Yeah, I think I'll go Kane, mate. If he's in the lineup, I'm 95% sure Kane plays, but you know, if it was like in the middle of a Premier League season, you'd probably drop him for Tony at this point. But I think Kane does play. Never outside the UK, no. I've done a fair bit of like travelling on holiday to different countries, but I've never lived outside the UK. I would consider Australia if this YouTube channel ever got to a point where it earned me a full-time income. I would consider Australia, but it's a little way off because Australia really suits my lifestyle because I'm a swimmer as well, and they're big on swimming over there. But I do like the UK. It gets a bad rap, but it is a pretty good place to live. It is a pretty good place to live. Just because I didn't want 6 England players, quite simply. But if you want, what I could do, if you want to get Pickford in, I can't say he's a bad option. I just didn't want to have 6 England players. Because if they got knocked out, and another team I had got knocked out, I'd be in a bit of trouble. So hopefully that makes sense. But if you want Pickford, mate, you pick him. You pick him. I'll be swimming in pools, mate. Don't worry. Hopefully, there's no sharks in their swimming pools. But yeah, I'm definitely a pool swimmer. I do like competitive swimming now. But I'm more of a sprinter, so they don't really do that in the sea. So it's definitely that's the only thing, Lee. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. But if it's all I'm doing, we'll see. We'll see what happens with the channel, right? I'm very much enjoying my time in the UK just making videos at the moment. We'll see. We'll see. Final team prediction. This is it. Unless, what are you looking for? What does your question actually mean? This is my final team. I don't think I'm going to change it. Yeah, I don't mind him, Henry. I just, I have a feeling these games are going to be cagey. And if there are goals, they'll probably come from free kicks and penalties. Just my mind. And if they do, I'd rather be covered on the penalty takers, which is why I went at Mbappe, Depay and Kane. But I think Yamal's good. It's just a shame. And the other forwards, to be fair, have not been performing right. Mbappe and Kane have not been great. Neither is Depay. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. What did you do in, do you have a favourite stroke and what events did you do, track and field? Well, look forward to the Olympics. The Olympics is going to start in a couple of weeks' time as well. Crazy, isn't it? So much sport this summer. And the Premier League's going to be back in 5 weeks. You could go for Walker instead of Stones. I just prefer Stones because I think he offers more goal threat. Saka or Rice? I went Rice, mate. Can you give me one reason as to why Rodri is not a better pick than Ruiz against this French team who hasn't conceded from open play? No. I think they're 50-50, to be honest, mate. But I've gone for Ruiz just with his record. But I can see your logic, mate. I can see your logic. Very good, mate. I can do backstroke because we have flags and stuff in the UK, so you can know where the walls are to do your turns. But I imagine Mozambique pools aren't quite as cushy. And yeah, I'm a freestyler. 50 freestyle, 100 freestyle, and 50 backstroke are the events that I do. Henry, I am, sorry to admit, I'm a dirty two-club supporter. So I grew up supporting Man United as a child because I absolutely loved Ronaldo. And the first game I ever went to was a Bristol City game. And I'm fortunate enough to live relatively near to the stadium now, so I have a season ticket. So followed Man United all my life, and I've got a season ticket at Bristol City. And when the two teams played each other, Bristol City won, and I went absolutely mad. So I think that suggests which one my first team is. Oh, which nations do you think will play in the final? England, France. I think an England-France final would be my prediction. Oh, bro, I've had a rough time with the 100 freestyle. Ever since getting back to swimming, I've just been trying to break a minute, just go under a minute. And I swam it just before Glastonbury. I did a good little training block just before Glastonbury. I went 1 minute 0.6. So I'm just trying to go under a minute. And then my 50 freestyle, I'm down to 26 seconds. But I think on a good day now, with all the track, I could put together a 25-second 50 free. Which logic dictates if I can do a 50 free in 25 seconds, why the hell can't I break a minute in the 100 free? So that's the grapple I'm doing at the moment in swimming. But I'm actually swimming the 100 freestyle tomorrow night in training before summer. One of our members is leaving as well, and he said, before I go, I want to swim the 100 freestyle. So I'm going to don my racing suit and give it a go. Fair enough, Henry. How are you enjoying London compared to Manchester? I'm guessing you like it if it's a couple of years. Yeah, I'm not the fastest swimmer, but I stopped when I was 15. I was never any good, really, when I was little either, because I was tiny. I didn't really have a growth spurt or anything until I was about 18, rather embarrassingly. Excuse me. So I've only got into swimming sort of a couple of years ago. So, I mean, I was a 104 100 freestyle in my first meet 4 years ago. I've dropped 4 seconds in that, so I'll take that. And I've dropped a couple seconds in the 50 as well. Yeah, I get you, Henry. I get you. Yeah. Are you doing Verbruggen over Pickford for saves points? Man United and Bristol City, mate. I could go Pickford, but it would mean I have 6 England players, and I think that's just too many. Yeah. I did a 25 freestyle with fins on last night, and I went 10.4, so that was quite good. I've started with a new club at the beginning of this year. It's something that I'm sure you experienced well. If you did any sort of swimming, particularly in Britain, a lot of the coaches and training is very distance focused because you can't really get injured swimming. So a lot of the sessions focus on doing as much volume as possible. Whereas the training I do is focused purely on speed and getting enough recovery between like the sets that you do so your body's ready to go again really fast. And we've got like bungee cords where you swim against resistance, socks, parachutes, etc. And for my like top speed of swimming, it's been amazing. So I haven't done a proper 50 freestyle since I've started back with this club. So yeah, we're excited. I reckon I've got a 25-second 50 freestyle in me. A bit of I've mentioned in swimming. I follow swimming, a bit of F1. Probably say that's about it. I watch the Olympics as well. I follow a bit of like track and field, but I'm not a big expert. And then occasional NBA, but I don't really watch the NBA. I like watching the highlights and hearing about the players and stuff. But watching an NBA game for 4 quarters is just death. It's so boring. But because I have this YouTube channel, I can't really do too many sports because it's just so much to have enough time, basically. I've not been watching Wimbledon, mate, unfortunately. That is very cool, Henry. Did you go on the race day as well? It's incredible, mate. I'm so happy for Lewis Hamilton. He really does deserve that. I feel really sorry for George Russell, and McLaren obviously bottled it. But I'm really happy for Lewis. Friday this fair play, mate. Bet you had a wicked time. Probably got a bit wet though, but I bet you had a wicked time. Would you recommend it as an experience? I guess were you like camping or camper vanning? I'd be interested, but I go to Glastonbury every year because I'm lucky enough to live locally. Very good, mate. Very good. And the British Grand Prix is always the weekend after Glastonbury. So, excuse me. You've got Glastonbury one weekend and then British Grand Prix the next weekend. It's a bit full on. But if I could ever get tickets just to go Sunday, that'd be good. I guess bad for camping, but good for racing, right? The race on Sunday, like, it's such a great circuit because there are multiple corners you can overtake on, and the weather is so changeable that it just makes for such exciting racing. I think it is one of the best tracks on the calendar, isn't it? You think Kane should be dropped for Tony? I probably think so too, but I don't think Gareth Southgate is going to do that. Hey, Mohammed, do your thing, man. The result will happen whether you're watching it or not. Yeah, mate, my lungs are pretty strong at the moment. For a 50-meter freestyle, I'm going to try. Well, I usually breathe twice during the whole race, but I'm going to try, and the one I do tomorrow, I'm going to try and bash out a quick 50. I'm going to try and only breathe once. Oh, I see you drove in. I got you. Yeah. Watch the race at Vale Bank. Nice. He has, but it's still 2 goals, mate. 2 goals isn't horrendous. And they're both from open play. He's not had a pen yet. Mate, I've got all 3, as you can see, and I'm on Mbappe. So if you're going to ask me who to captain, there's your answer, mate. If it's not what you want to do, go with your gut, but I'm going for Mbappe. Yeah, I agree, but I'm still on him. Sorry, I was just replying to someone on Twitter who won my Sky Sports mini league. Anyone watch anyone here play Sky Sports fantasy football? Very sad. They've cancelled the game. It's what this channel was built on, that. Right, 10 minutes to go. 49 people in here. Anyone got any more questions? Otherwise, I'm going to go in the living room, set up my telly to watch the game, I think. But I will stick around for another couple minutes to see if anyone's got any questions. Otherwise, I want to enjoy this semi-final, if that's all right. Thank you, everyone, though, for tuning into the stream. Been absolutely great. 2,400 people have watched this. No, that's Vincent, isn't it? Good to see you in the stream, my friend. I haven't seen any team news, I'm afraid, bud. 5 players from France, mate. If you fancy it, go for it. I've got 4. I'd say it's okay to have 5 players from France if you back them to go through. No, I've not. It's really painful. I've not seen any leaks. I'm 90% sure Gahey plays, 70% sure Shaw plays. It's so hard to say that. You get what I'm trying to say. No, I think England go through, which is why I've only got 3 Dutch players. Mate, for your sake, I hope it's not a mistake too. But for my sake, I hope it is, because I've got him in my team. You think Gahey's crap? Gahey's been brilliant, mate. Probably been the best defender England have got, to be honest. He's been fantastic. Konsa was really good as well. I think Konsa and Gahey have been better than Stones. But yeah, there you go. Right. I think I'm going to leave it there, folks, if that's all right. I'm going to put some dinner on. Got some homemade tandoori chicken and chips to have tonight. I've done a little, in the curry houses, they do like mint yogurt. I'm going to make some of that and put it on top as well. Oh, we got one more question. What do you think about getting a Spanish defender? Yeah, go for it, mate. I don't have them, but go for it. I would recommend that, by the way. Make some homemade tandoori chicken. It's good shit. All you need to do, Greek yogurt, masala, curry powder, mix it all up, put some chicken in it, cook it in the oven for 20 minutes. Bosh. Oh, and a bit of tomato puree as well, just to make it a bit more red. And then you can use the same Greek yogurt, put a bit of mint sauce in it. Bosh. Right, I wish you guys all the best. I think that's it, to be honest. We've seen the teams, chosen our lineups, etc. Got an Indian man, recommended Indian food there. I'd love to actually try proper Indian food, because I think tandoori chicken's probably, tandoor oven is, isn't it? But most of our British curries are a bit of a cop-out, to be honest. I'd go Dembele, I think. Curly Milani has been absolutely horrendous. All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. 2,543 views. Bloody hell. Unreal. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching that. I wish you all the best for the semi-finals. Let's hope England go through and that France go through for the sake of a bet that I've got. So